and I'm gonna turn myself in, but I'm in a suitcase because these crackers are harassing me, and I have to get on a private jet, and I don't want them to see me. It's Melly, and I'm gonna turn myself in, but I'm in a suitcase because these crackers are harassing me, and I have to get on a private jet, and I don't want them to see me.
Like we always do at this time, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's your boy Costa Don. Now, what we got here today, we got that boy Don Melly, Ynw Melly, Pimpalicious. He thought he was gonna pimp Broward County. Broward County done gave his man a deal he couldn't refuse. Could you imagine what they gonna do to Mariah? Because Mariah is just a part of this crime as Melly. With the information that Bortlen flipped on her, because y'all gotta remember, they the ones who, Mariah and her moms is the one who got Bortlen locked up. Y'all remember that, right? Yep. Mariah and her mother is the ones who got Bortlen locked up. So with that being said, when Bortlen went to jail, they was out looking for Mariah. And if y'all go back and look at the grounds of how somebody can't be held a certain amount of time in jail without it being like somebody can like say it's like a criminal act or whatever, unless they have evidence where they're trying to find a witness, a fleeing witness, which in this case they have more than one. They had to do Davis. They can't find him. They couldn't find Mariah. They located Mariah, and they still trying to re-find Davis because he lied on the stand. Technically, you lied under oath, buddy. Because it's either what the book said that was published right after Melly got locked up that said that Melly was in the car with his friends when the drive-by happened, or you wasn't in the car when the drive-by happened. Davis said, nah, he switched up. Okay, so if he got out the car, who got in the car? Who sat right there in that seat? So you're still hindering information about a homicide. Hey, man, which you lied under oath because you said that it wasn't Melly. And they saying that you ain't got no proof that it wasn't Melly. We got proof that he got in the car. We got our evidence. You're just going by, you're just hearsay. So a jury gonna look at that as hearsay. They're going to look at that part what dude said as hearsay because they got evidence of Melly getting in the car right where they saying the shooter was at. He turned around and said, oh, I don't know where we was at. I just know that they switched. I just feel somebody nudged me over to move over. And I moved over. And I looked and he was getting in the car. So why would Melly get out the car and leave Juvie and Sack Chase in that car? And then voila, somebody got in there and killed them? Are you trying to tell me that that boy Cortland killed both of them by himself and then drove their bodies to the hospital by himself? And now he only got 10 years with like 4 years or some shit with time served. Then they already saying? I heard the boy he got like 5 years altogether when they counted up his time. This nigga only got 3.5 years. He coming home. He coming home. While Melly on the other end, sitting in limbo, waiting, looking sad, praying to God that Mariah got his back, and Mariah got to look out for herself now. Because the guy that she got locked up, which is Cortland Henry, just accepted a plea deal to accessory. If she came there right after they kill her and knew that those boys died and then reported to the police, and then she came there, whatever she did with him and left, and you still ain't reported to the police, you just as part of the crime as he is. So Mariah got things to think about while this trial is getting heated up. Melly got a lot on his plate to think about as the trial heats up. You know what I mean? He got a lot to think about because Cortland, as he see, that wasn't your man's. Cortland just was in there for the free ride. You killed your real friends, or somebody murdered your real friends. I don't know if it was you, Whoever did it, I don't know who did it, so I don't want to say he did it because I don't know if he did it. And for me to do that, I'm speculating and putting things on this young man. I don't even know what the fuck happened. Nobody know what happened so far. You know what I mean? I'm trying to call my coffee, but I'm gonna get into this video with gossip with Chloe Vane, Vane, Chloe Vane. Gossip with Chloe Vane. Listen to this and I'm gonna add in and I'm gonna commentate on what she's saying because I'm gonna add into what she's saying. I know Bravo like the back of my hand. Just listen. There they go getting in the car. That's them.
That right there
truck.
was the sound of betrayal echoing through the courtroom.
They trying to say that Melly switched from the black or whatever the dark color sedan truck to the red one. You know what I mean?
Because make no mistake, this wasn't just some random snitching.
But who was these other dudes? Who was the other guys? Why ain't nobody focused on who was those three guys? Where are they? The one with the white supposed to be Davis, the one that they're actually looking for right now as we speak. Tearing down the buildings, looking for Davis. Praying that they bump into Davis. Don't nobody know where he at right now. He's hiding, trying to help Melly beat the trial because he already lied on stage. That is a fact.
Situation. This was family. This was Melly's day one, the dude he came up with, the dude who was supposed to ride or die with him, and instead, Bortlen chose himself. 16 years on paper was enough to make him flip, leaving Melly to rot for life. Can you imagine the heartbreak? Melly's already nightmarish life behind bars just went from bad to catastrophic. He's staring down a future that looks more like a coffin than a cell, and the worst part, it's all thanks to the one guy he trusted the most. The streets are screaming it, loyalty is dead.
The streets are screaming loyalty is dead. The streets,
Let's rewind to how we even got here because this betrayal didn't just pop out of nowhere. It goes all the way back to that bloody October night in 2018. October 26, 2018. Two young rappers from the Ynw collective.
Now, I want to elaborate right here. Rest in peace to Sack Chaser, Mr. Anthony Williams. Rest in peace. My condolences goes to his family. Shouts out to his auntie. Shouts out to his mom, pops, sisters, brothers, if he had any. Man, my condolences really goes out to y'all, and I pray that God y'all get justice, man. I'm praying y'all get justice.
Anthony Sack Chaser Williams, just 21, and Christopher Juvie Thomas Jr., only 19, were found shot up inside a Dodge Journey in Miramar, Florida. These weren't just random street kids. These were Melly's people, his brothers. But prosecutors say the unthinkable happened. Melly and his childhood friend Bortlen pulled the triggers themselves. Can you even wrap your head around that? Two friends allegedly executing two other friends. Like some twisted...
Now, I like how she said that, because remember I told y'all that? One man ain't just do that, man. They collectively sat there and gave each other a head nod. They drove them around till they fell asleep. Whatever they put in their drinks to make them fall asleep. Whenever they finally fell asleep, and they probably knew them like niggas ride around low enough, they gonna fall asleep because they been in the studio all morning, they tired, These niggas probably had shit to keep them up. Who knows how it went? Because they probably knew that once they died, they was going to check them and see if they had drugs in their system. Maybe they had shit to keep them up, and them boys was actually real tired. They rolled around till they fell asleep, gave each other a knob, and pow, pow, pow. And probably reverse. Pow, pow, pow. Like, we both in on this. That's why he was like, that was the realest shit you ever did.
Horror movie. Videos showed all four leaving the studio together that night. Prosecutors painted a chilling picture. Melly in the back seat, allegedly unloading up to 10 shots into his own crew members, while Bortlen sat up front, driving like nothing was wrong. And instead of rushing...
Like, if the boys were shot like 10 times, 5 times, whatever, you don't think that when Sack heard the first BOOM, he ain't just jumped the fuck up? He'd have beat both of them up. They did it at the same time, just like if Juvie would have woke up and he'd have seen what they did to Sack, he would have fucked both of them up. Juvie would have beat both of them up in that car. He would have started swinging. He probably had his pipe. You know what I mean? It's Florida. Everybody got pipes and ain't nothing. He probably had his pipe. They probably knew that he had a pipe. Because remember, Melly mother said, oh, you threatened me with your little guns? I got big guns. And then when they try to do a deposition with her, she pleaded the fifth. His mother pleaded the fifth. Some wild shit right here. That
Pushing
lawyer,
for help, they allegedly rode around.
that lawyer they just showed, she under investigation by Broward County too for witness tampering.
With their
75 years.
lifeless bodies for 2 hours.
Disbarred.
2 hours. Staging the scene like it was a rival drive-by. They even fired extra shots into the car to make it look real, before finally taking Sack Chaser and Juvie to the hospital, already gone.
So this resting angle in this seat, you have the projectile coming in, exiting through the top of the skull, and then continuing through the windshield. Christopher Thomas was already deceased when these rounds were coming into the back of the vehicle because Christopher Thomas was what we would call crumbling. He was starting to fall, if you will. On top of that...
So that's how did they know that they staged the thing? Because when they headshotted them, right, they got out the vehicle and started shooting the vehicle from the back to make it like somebody shot it up from the side, from the back. That's how he had shots in his side, he had shots in his back. But he was already dead, they say. When those shots hit him from the back, he was dead already. Both of them.
I know that he was already deceased because the back of his back, essentially, the rounds that are in his back, have no blood in them. My determination was that this is not a drive-by shooting. The shooter is at a stationary position when...
Wow. How could you do that to your own friends, though?
The evidence prosecutors stacked up was damning. GPS data placed them at the scene. Ballistics matched the bullets to Melly. Surveillance footage caught them at key moments. Phone records showed no rivals anywhere in sight. It was heavy, enough to crush most people. But somehow, Melly's legal team fought back. See, Melly's defense had one golden card. He wasn't even in the car. They spun this story of a real drive-by from unknown shooters. They pointed to bullet angles, saying it proved fire came from outside, not in. And for a while, it worked. The first trial in 2022 had everyone holding their breath. By July 2023, the jury deadlocked. 9-3, maybe 10-2 in favor of acquitting Melly. Can you imagine that relief? For a moment, it looked like he was going to walk out free, leaving prosecutors stunned.
Look, man, I just couldn't together.
He stole from you?
He like, he kind of like switched my issues with the
He did yours.
Nah, he just came down there just, you know.
But all of that crumbled on September 9th, 2025. That's the day Bortlen flipped. The day betrayal ripped the YNW camp apart. He walked into Broward County Courthouse and took the deal. After all that day one talk, after all that loyalty hype, he caved. Instead of risking multiple life sentences, he grabbed a 10-year prison sentence plus 6 years probation. 16 years total. A massive step down from life without parole, but at the deadliest cost. He didn't just sign papers. He signed Melly's life away.
It's my understanding that you want to resolve both cases today. Is that correct? And that resolution is an agreement you've reached with the state, the terms of which are as follows. Number one, in the 19 case, you're going to plead no contest to both counts of accessory after the fact. In the 23 case, you're going to plead no contest to all 4 counts as charged. In exchange for that, the state is going to nullify, that is, drop the 2 first-degree murder counts. All right, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Yes, sir?
Finalizing the plea deal agreement, the judge goes,
And state, is it the same terms that you discussed previously, or is there anything different?
No, that has changed. Correct.
Remember I told you with the no contest, yeah, he ain't got to take the fucking stand. Whoop-de-doo. The fucking prosecutors don't got shit else to ask this motherfucker. It's Melly lawyer that might want to say, well, you know, was Melly in the car? Yay, nay. They ain't got no chance to talk to Bortlen again. Bortlen finna fly away free as a bird. Do his little time and get out, but somebody gonna get him before that really happens. If he make it through jail, it'll be a miracle. And I'm not even being funny. I wish nothing bad happened to the young man. I'm just saying, street knowledge. 9 times out of 10, that's why the lawyer said they wanted to hear him do his deposition, because they don't see nothing good happening to him in jail. Right? They're gonna try to get Bortlen off the whip, but he only got 3 years, so he can get put in the county and just get put in PC in the county, and nobody really would see this nigga except for like trustees and guards and shit that can't. Trustees ain't gonna really want to fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas on their way home, but the way he did Melly and tried to make it like it was so cool. That's why he kept looking at the family putting his head down. Because he knew that's why the brother's looking like, you nasty bitch. It's a chance that he could have beat it, but if this nigga ain't admit to doing the charges, yeah. If he had just beat the charges, yeah. He copped out and admitted guilt. Now, now Melly got to fight, man. He might need some better lawyers than the ones he just hired. He fired the old team, the bald-head guy, the lady. The lady had to go anyway because she's facing 75 years for witness tampering too. They saying that she was in touch with Mariah. And they going to get Mariah to flip on her for a deal. They going to get Mariah to flip on that lawyer for a deal. Because you know why? You don't come to Broward with that bullshit, dog. You don't come down here for fluffing your feathers at us and act like you tough. We'll fuck your shit up. Because you know why? She ain't got more money than Broward County. You guys, anybody what I'm saying? She ain't got more money than Broward County. She's no competition for Broward County. They would eat her up and spit her out. You know what I mean? I'm so glad I did this video the way I'm doing it. Like, cause ain't nobody seeing my lives for some reason, I guess. So I'm gonna just do a video anyway. Now, listen.
The reforms to me look like on the 19 case,
on the 19 case, or two counts of accessory after the fact. So we still got 2 cases of accessory after the fact, which means juvie and sack.
10 years 46 prison followed by 6 years probation. 6 years probation. All counts are run concurrently. All sentences run concurrently.
I ain't telling about no small. I can do 5 to 10 years, but 20 to life, well, yeah, going down, boy. I ain't telling about no smiles. I don't know about that. I don't know what you everybody knew them.
Here's the bombshell. As part of that plea, he had to sit down with prosecutors and give them a sworn proffer. Basically, a confession of what he knew.
Yes.
And guess what he confirmed? That Melly was right there in the car when the shots rang out. Boom.
Yes.
Just like that, the defense's whole Melly wasn't there strategy went up in flames. The man who once swore loyalty just handed prosecutors the key to...
This what I was trying to tell people. And that's like, but he no contest. Yeah. They're saying that he can go in and plead no contest, which means you're still pleading guilty without explanation. You did the prosecution, but the prosecution in his case said before they would give him this deal, they wanted to sit down and have words with him first. He turned Melly and he said he admitted that, and they said, okay, well, if you don't do this, then we're just gonna take the deal off the table. Is you admitting that you was there? Yeah, it was Jamel Demons in the car. Yes. Okay, that's what we need. Say that shit in the mic louder next time, boy. Take 2. Act, whatever the fuck they say. Cut. They was motherfucking, yo. They was hyping this man up. He took the deal. They in Broward, you can ask anybody. He's going back to prison, and that's where they gonna get you at, though, youngster. Check this out. Ain't no doing those 16 years of nobody in no Broward. And Broward not gonna transfer shit. You gonna have to end up living in Broward. You not even from Broward, but Fredo Banks them is. They down there in Miami and shit chilling. They riding through Broward. They stepping in Broward. Better watch your protect your neck. Be out here looking like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? A couple of these other rappers out here thought that they was invincible when they came home and thought they was gonna get a welcome home party. Instead, they got stuffed in a casket. That's real talk.
Lock Melly away
no
forever.
Disrespect to nobody.
And you want to know what makes this betrayal sting even more? The timing. His trial was supposed to start the next day. He held out, hoping maybe he could beat it, maybe his own defense would work. But when push came to shove, when he felt those life sentences breathing down his neck, he folded like a cheap lawn chair. The streets went crazy.
See that shit? Melly thought these niggas
Twitter,
was riding
Instagram.
dots my some. And then after the nigga done sat there and fucked, we're gonna talk some Ynw forever. Nigga, they gonna have Melly in jail forever, you mean. Ynw Melly in jail forever, you meant to say, nigga, because that's the only thing you did. You fucked them over, bro. There's no other way you can come up off of this. You fucked them over. You get what I'm saying? You played him out. You did him dirty. You understand what I'm saying? There's no other way to look at it, bro. So, you know. You know, it is what it is. I gotta try to get this shit stuff together. Shouts out to Ynw Melly. Shouts out to his sexy ass mama. Shouts out to his brother. Better stop dealing with tracking bums of a light, cause them niggas will have your ass somewhere looking crazy too. So shouts out to the real ones. Shouts out to the whole Broward County, Hollandale, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale forever. The whole Fort Lauderdale Parkway, Melrose. Shouts out to the whole Parkway though. Salute to Parkway, you know what I mean? Salute the Plantation, you know what I'm saying? Sunland Park, definitely all day long. All day long. Shouts out to Broward, shouts out to Dade County, you know what I'm saying? Niggas out there on 27. Niggas down there in motherfucking Hialeah, Opelika, Overtown, you know. Dade Worldwide. Salute to everybody there in New York City, Maryland, D.C., Baltimore, Philly, all 5 boroughs, Newark, New Jersey, Brick City, 07103. I'm gone. It's your boy Casa Don. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my moderators, and thank you to everybody who rock my channel. I definitely appreciate y'all. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much, and thank you for being a sub to my channel. I appreciate you. Much hugs and much love. If you're a moderator, salute. If you want to be a moderator when I go live, y'all got to jump on, but I don't know what's going on. They ain't been letting me go live, so I don't know. I just did a live when I'm doing this video, and I know y'all only probably going to see this video, but I'm glad I did step in and do a video while I was doing a live, so, you know. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you share the video for me, y'all. I'm gone.